This is Summer Huntington of Mace Vinyasa and Shala, and today we're going to talk about a lateral lunge to an upright lunge, open hip to closed hip transitions. Moving dynamically is key to any athlete, any person, anybody that wants to have longevity and functional movement. What I'm talking about today is moving from a lateral lunge, which is a version of an open hip posture, into a closed hip posture. The reaction time and the rotation and the ankle stability, core strength required to get there is absolutely transferable to any sport. We'll start with a lateral lunge position. Start with your feet 45 degrees out. Notice this is different than Warrior 2, the feet are perpendicular. In a martial arts style lateral lunge, the feet are 45 degrees on either side. Lower the globe directly underneath of the shoulder and the elbow here. We're not over here by the foot. Common misalignments over here by the back foot. We want to just be plumb line straight down. I'm going to go super slow so you can see my transition. So as my wrist passes my hip, that's my cue to close the hip and come to my upright lunge. Notice I had to adjust my feet, ankle bones, ankle muscles active here. I pull back, I sync up my movement, my loaded asana. Here with my lateral lunge, I have a great hip hinge. I'm getting pretty deep here, so I'm working on adductor length. And then I press with solid structure here. Notice my mace is vertical. Notice my trunk is vertical. I'm not leaning back or forward. I'm here preparing to block a strike if I was practicing with staff. I come into my lateral lunge. Again, I wait for that cue of wrist passing the hip. Notice my legs are bent 90 degrees. This back glute is firing. Last one. Ideally, you want to have the ability to perform this on both sides. Generally, when I'm training my athletes, people have a dominant side. It's important to train evenly on both sides so you start to address asymmetries in the body. Again, start with your lateral lunge. Make sure your structure is solid, rip and crush. And then as the hand passes the hip, press the mace out with straight arms. Common misalignment here is to break at the elbow joint. We want to press away solid and get shoulder pack in here. Again, swivel, notice the ankle control, swivel into lateral lunge, close the hips, upright lunge, lateral and upright. Last one here, just for a good demo, get nice and low. Imagine being under a small ceiling as you press into upright lunge. Ankle stability is huge for balance, for functional movement. We want to be able to move the feet, synchronize it with a little bit of load, so that when we take the load away, we're left with that functional movement pattern. I found teaching these seminars around the world that loading your mobility will increase range of motion and stability so that you can find the power and the strength to do things better, and to move pain-free.